Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Bakemonogatari. And as always, you know what to do. You can go down into my descriptions and find the reaction there. Just replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots and you will find them. Once you've watched, please come back here and hear out my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. For those of you that came back, welcome back. Well, what to say? Called it, at least partially. So the main story, the thing that happened, at least it is about love, but this time it is not about love to Araragi. It is about love between two girls, which is pretty fine. So let's go through it and what we learned, because most of it was not so surprising. Some of it was, howsoever. So we ended off last episode with Araragi being hit by this hand, which at this moment I really thought was a crab hand because of the coloring, because it was red. But no, it's a monkey paw, or as we know now, a demon hand. So completely misinterpreted that one, whysoever. Let's see. He's lying there bleeding out. I mean, he's not bleeding out, he's healing, but he really is bloody, he's mashed down and yeah, completely beaten to a pulp. And Senjugahara appears, and I already thought on the last episode, like, what the heck, seriously? He's lying there, and the one thing she does is like, you forgot something. Always thinking about it's from his perspective, but still. And we started off like that episode, that she's like, normally this is something worth dying for, worth being killed for, if you forgot something I gave you. She's really harsh. I mean, what the heck? And she doesn't say it, but I think it's her thoughts are a little bit like, well, thus you're already beaten down. I will not do it this time. And then she, for a small moment, she asks what happened to him. Where you have a little bit of passion in it, a little bit. And then she does the standing above him and letting him watch up thing, which is... what is wrong with this girl? What the heck is going wrong? I mean, it fits him. It is his kind of girl, you know? You can't deny that. He chose her, she chose him, so that's fitting. It works for him, but I guess in every other relationship it would be like, what is wrong with you, woman? However, his bike is destroyed as well, which is a little bit sad. Not talking about money alone, but even then, I mean, they're just in school. How do you get the money for a bike? How do you explain it that your bike is destroyed? Maybe we will have that in the next episode. I guess there will be questions from his sisters, from his mother, what happened with the bike. They had the train arriving, and I was really thinking that it might be the option that she's like, you're not punished enough. I will let you lay here as the train runs over you. I don't know how much he can heal and how good he can heal, but possibly he could even heal that. I don't know. I really expected it a little bit, but she didn't do it. So they were on the other rail. We had oh yeah, let's talk 1 second about the intros. So as you told me in the past on comments, it is very important to watch out for the intro, for the texts, because it already gives you some clues. In the most cases, a lot of it you understand after the last episode of an arc, because then it makes way more sense. But already, it was fitting in with my theory from the last time, that it is that Kambaru was, as I said, at this time stepped into the heart by Senjugahara, so emotionally hurt. And as we know now, it was a scissor, not something to stab, but it was fitting still. There are many things. So there was one sentence that definitely stuck to me this time. It was, I am stapled to the ground. And we know Senjugahara is the one who's using staplers, so that was very fitting, stapled to the ground. You could see in the intro again that Kambaru was running towards, following Senjugahara with a very, very happy smile. So she looked really joyful, you know. being nice, and Senjugahara turned around and with this huge scissor, and that's what she stabbed her with, what she cut her into half in this case, right through the heart. So that was a clear indicator for what the story is about. Yeah, I asked myself a little bit why Senjugahara acts so harsh. I mean, she really changed, no question there. She is that way now. Well, the soft side in me, and those of you who follow my reactions know I'm someone who really, really loves cheesy endings. The soft one in me really hopes that they will make up and will have at least a friendship or something alike. But I'm not sure if that will happen. So, let's go. Araragi then went to the place of Kanbaru because he, well, kind of guessed that she was this thing attacking him. And I'm not sure, she's possibly not living in a temple, but the garden that she has, the house that she has, very, very much reminds of a temple. It's very old-fashioned Japanese, so a really nice garden with a water game and everything, which we could hear all the time doing the dog effect when it hits the stone. And she seems to be someone who's reading a lot, so she's very, I guess she's very educated. In his overestimation, in his view, the room is completely filled with books only, nothing else, just books. So I guess she possibly has multiple shelves of books in real time, but we see his opinion. And so they clean up, which seems to be funny, whysoever, and then they finally start to talk. So we have a very sophisticated girl who, well, whysoever attacked him. And she gives him the first informations about what happened to her. So she has this arm connected to her. As we now know, a demon arm, which bounds to you, which uses your life essence, I guess, and then changed into this monkey paw. I think that's a major thing. It grants you wishes, but it doesn't do it the way you want to. It's a typical pact with the devil thing. I mean, I guess you know it is, in the case of Faust, it is the same thing in the case of if you ever have encountered a story about an Ifrit granting wishes. In many stories about genies, it is the same. Sometimes genies are good, but in most cases genies are evil. In the meaning of, you get a wish, but they will try everything to do the wish in a way that it will not help you. That will make everything worse. Same as Pact with the Devils, Pact with Demons. It's always this way, you know? A very good movie about that is Devil-like, I think it is called. It's just a comedy movie, but it was very entertaining. About a guy getting granted wishes by the devil, and she, female devil, turned every wish against him. It was awesome. So in case you want to see that one, search for it, have fun. However, here it is. It seems to be the same. She states that the arm sometimes acts on itself, and then she changes it into, well, not really, it does something I don't want. Well, not really. It is something I want, but not really. I think what we are talking about here is those different layers of feelings, emotions, and wantings you have. So, simply put, there are moments when you want something. You know, as example, here, she wants the girl. She wants Senjugahara, and that is her major wish. And somewhere deep inside, she has a wish that Araragi is going away, not interfering with her relationship to Senjugahara. So this inner feeling of, if Araragi would die, maybe I had a chance with Senjugahara. That is very deep layered. Above it, there are many things like that you know it is wrong and you shouldn't do it. That ethics and civilization stops you on doing it because you shouldn't kill. That you know it will not work because that was the effect before already. when he wasn't there, you had no relationship. So that's all above, and you would never really go and kill Araragi. But the demon arm says, well, let's just kill him anyway. And that's maybe what she meant. So, well, after she showed her arm, it was a typical moment in movies and series when he was saying, well, I will not be surprised by anything now anymore. And I mean, you've seen my reaction. It was the, seriously, did you just say that? Now we know something is going to happen. And, well, for sure it was. It was the confession that she's a lesbian, which, well, wasn't so much of a surprise for me. Was okay. It was a surprise for him, however. Sometimes he's very childish. And it explains her relationship to Senjugahara in a different way. The one thing I didn't get was that Senjugahara last time said that she never broke up with a boy before. Sure, one might think that maybe that she had relationships with girls before. Although I'm not sure that is true. It may be, it may not be, not sure about that. From what Kambaru states, they really had no relationship in this way at all. So I guess that she had none either. So I guess Senjugahara had no relationship before either. So we had the sentence that Senjugahara said to Kambaru, which is a strong one, which is a really, really harsh one, and you can see that it is a dagger to your heart. So this, I don't think of you as an undergrad, as a classmate. I don't even think of you as a friend. Now and ever, stay away from me. That's harsh. I mean, that's, especially if you're just friends, that's already harsh. If you have feelings for this other person, a sentence like that is devastating. So I can see why she was hurt. Sad. Yeah, so that's the situation we are in, and then somehow Araragi comes in. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was before they were together. So we are some months into the relationship already. So it is possibly a year ago now that they started going out, because that's what Kambaru said. It's a bit complicated for me because we jump time so much between the arcs, and there's no clear indicator for me that we jumped multiple months or something alike. So it would be nice to have something like that in. Not that it is majorly important, but it I get for me these episodes feel to be like back to back, you know, next day, stuff like that, which it isn't. I know that between these story arcs we had multiple months already, so hopefully there will be a bit of it in, because it helps me calculating. Well, let's go into why are all the girls that he meets strange. And I mean all of them. They are all strange. Maybe except for Hamakara, but I'm pretty sure she has some problems as well. So let's see. So he is in a relationship with Senjugahara, who's completely nuts. Hachikuji is, well, she's a ghost, so okay, but they have this game of beating each other up with a small girl, and I don't know, man, she's crazy as well, and funny. And now we have Kambaru, and she's very much like Senjugahara in many ways, which is interesting, which is fitting, because she's going for his creepy side, starting conversations about underwear, about boy love and stuff, all that. Everything that throws him off the rail, that gets him out of his concentration. And you can feel that he's insecure about all those things. So my question is if they are really that way, if he perceives them that way, which would be interesting. Maybe she talked about other stuff before. Or if he just, from every conversation they have on the way, he just remembers this one part, you know? However, he is sticking on it, I guess. But what they always do is try to bring him out of concept, and then they use it against him. Both of them, Senjugahara and Kambaru. So they really break his concentration, and once he's no more longer concentrated, they turn it against him. So here we had a very long conversation about underwear and exhibitionism and stuff alike. Okay. And yeah. I didn't see much of a clue in it, except for the fact that she offered herself as a replacement for Senjugahara. Which I'm pretty sure was not about that she was like, I like you. It was more like, thus she puts Senjugahara on a pedestal to worship her, kind of. She doesn't want her girl to be used by Araragi in whatever way. So maybe that's why. I think. I'm just guessing. So, and we finally met Oshino again. And before we did that, we met, I will have to check for her name. Oshino Shiotzi. Yeah, Shiotzi, the little vampire girl. Which I still wait for what the story will develop. But I like it that they take this one slow. That's an interesting one that will come possibly over the long part of the season, or maybe not at all in this season. We will see. So they finally go back to Oshino, who is creepy as always and strange as always. Takes the money and is happy about it, and that's his lifestyle was about to be in danger before. I mean, what kind of lifestyle? You're living in a ruin, man. And there we have again that he is the wise man in this series. He instantly knows what's going on. That's interesting. I really like it. So he knows that it is not a monkey paw, it is something else instead. So also a little bit of background. Seeing that I know that it seems some of the other seasons to come are before this season. Maybe we will learn more about that, because he mentioned that arm stories are always bad, especially when it comes to left arms. So there's something. We'll watch out for it. And we got the real what happened. So 3 wishes. I guess one is granted already by the attack on Araragi. Maybe she used another one before already. And the question is what to do now. So she trades in her soul. That's a major thing. One might guess that the demon already has a hook in, because he at least granted 1 wish. Are you able to get out of this contract? Especially thus already one of the wishes was granted. Are you able to get out of the contract because you didn't know that you had a contract, you know? Possibly not. It is like this. You put on the arm, you wrote down the contract. It's fine. In many ways, when we talk about those 3 wishes, in other stories in the past, the 3rd wish, in most cases it is the last one, can be used to remove the contract, you know, like making a selfless wish, or just wishing for ending the contract. If it would be stuff like D&D and the like an overlord, you could wish for more wishes. Which, by the way, is defined as not possible there, because it's really written down. So question is what we are going for here now. So the last times we had like a real ceremony where he stomped out the demon, the god it was in this case. In the case of the snail, well, we had just to bring her where she wanted to go. The question here is what to do now. I think the situation happened due to the emotional turmoil in Kanbaru. So question is if maybe releasing this emotional turmoil can remove the arm. Just guessing. Which would mean that they possibly bring in Senjugahara, and I really wait for that one next episode. That Senjugahara and Kanbaru are meeting. No idea. We will see. It will be definitely interesting to see those 2 girls. And I really look forward if Araragi is going into full creep mode, in the meaning of 2 girls, one of them is a lesbian, the other is my girlfriend. yay, or if he's like playing cool and being an adult. Possibly not. So that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed. I did, as always. Waiting for the next episode. I'm not sure if the next episode will already solve everything. As I said in one of the discussions, the first arc was 2 stories, the second arc was 3 stories, so why not go for 4 now? It would be a nice line. And yeah, that's it. We will see each other again, and as always, please feel free to comment, to like, and to subscribe. Visit my Patreon, visit my Facebook page. You know what to do. And I will see and hear from you soon. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.